Imagine launching a business in one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, racing to the top with incredible speed, only to hit a wall so hard that everything seems to crumble overnight. This is the story of Opay, the super app that promised to revolutionize urban mobility in Nigeria through Oride. It's a bike-hailing service that operated before. What went wrong, and how did Opay rise from the ashes to become one of the country's leading fintech giants? My name is Oluwole Omojofodu, and today I'm bringing you a detailed, carefully researched analysis of one of the most fascinating business stories to unfold in recent years. This video is as a result of the question I get to explain what happened to Oride and the bike-hailing services in Nigeria, and what can we learn from them. It's above here. Right, now in this video, I'm going to explore Oride's rise, the strategy that catapulted them to the fame, the factors that led to their downfall, and most importantly, how Opay pivoted to not just survive but thrive. Now, and let's not forget about their competitors Gokada and Max.ng, who faced the same regulatory storm. Did they manage to navigate the turbulence and come out stronger, or did they fade into oblivion? Now stick around, because this is a business story with lessons that could shape the future of entrepreneurship in Nigeria and beyond. Now, Opay entered the Nigerian market in 2018, and by 2019 they had already launched Oride, a bike-hailing service that became an instant sensation. Now, you have to understand, Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria, is a city notorious for its relentless traffic jams. Now, residents can spend hours just trying to get across town, but Oride was designed to solve that pain point by offering a quick, affordable, and convenient way to move around. It was not just a service, it was a lifeline for commuters who needed to beat the endless gridlock. But Opay's vision was much larger than just bike-hailing. They were building a super app, a one-stop solution for everything, from payment to transportation to food delivery. Oride was simply one piece of this ambitious puzzle. By integrating it into their larger ecosystem, Opay was able to offer seamless services. Users could hail a ride, pay with Opay's mobile wallet, order food from their Ofada service, and make all the kinds of digital transactions all within one app. Now, this was that convenience. It was a strategic masterstroke aimed at making Opay indispensable in the daily lives of millions of Nigerians. Now, let's break down the business model that made Oride stand out from its competitors. First, there was affordability and accessibility. By offering competitively low fares and generous discounts, Oride appealed to a broad segment of the population, particularly those who relied on public transportation but needed something faster. They were not just targeting high-income urban elites, they were going after the masses, and that's what drove their explosive growth. However, the real genius behind their strategy was in leveraging Opay ecosystem. This was no ordinary bike-hailing service. Oride was a part of a broader plan to build a digital empire. Opay was not just in the transportation business, they were in the business of creating a new way of living. By making Oride an integral part of their super app, Opay ensured that users who started their transportation could eventually explore their other offerings, whether it was digital payment, food delivery, or even e-commerce. It created a self-reinforcing loop that drove their retention and boosted engagement across their entire platform. Now, Opay's aggressive expansion strategy further fueled their growth. Now, instead of taking a slow and steady approach, Opay pushed into into multiple cities across Nigeria at a speed. They poured resources into marketing, customer acquisition, and driver recruitment, quickly becoming a very big presence in the urban centers. Now, their aim was simple: to dominate the market before their competitors could catch up. They were playing for scale, and they were playing very fast. But then, the unthinkable just happened. Just as quickly as Oride had risen, it began to fall, and the primary cause: regulatory challenges. You see, in early 2020, the Lagos state government imposed a sweeping ban on motorcycle taxis, on Okadas as it's called, in several key areas of the city. For Oride, this was a devastating blow. Lagos was their biggest market, and without access to these critical areas, their operations were crippled. And this was not just a Lagos problem. Other states began to impose similar restrictions, effectively cutting Oride's primary revenue. Regulation was only part of the story. High operational costs also played a significant role in Oride's downfall. Maintaining a fleet of motorcycles, recruiting drivers, providing consistent subsidies to both customers and drivers, these were not just small expenses. In fact, they were burning through cash at an alarming rate. With regulatory restrictions making it difficult to generate revenue, this cost became unsustainable and unbearable. This is a critical point that any entrepreneur needs to understand. Scaling a business is one thing, but maintaining a profitability while scaling is an entirely different challenge. And then there was the intense competition. You see, Oride was not the only player in the bike-hailing space. Gokada and Max.ng were also aggressively competing for the same customer base. Now, the resulting price wars and high marketing spend further strained Oride's bottom line. So what happened to these competitors? Gokada faced the same regulatory hurdles but was able to pivot smartly. They shifted their focus to logistics and delivery services, providing last mile delivery solutions to businesses. Is a growing sector in the Nigeria ecosystem boom right now. Max.ng also, on the other hand, doubled down on transportation but moved towards electric vehicles and financing solutions for drivers, aiming to create a sustainable transport ecosystem. Now, both companies have survived, though they had to dramatically shift their business models to stay relevant. But let's not forget about the safety concerns also. Okadas, as they have been called in Nigeria, have long been seen as dangerous with high accident rates, leading to significant public concern. Now, this only heightening regulatory scrutiny, making it increasingly difficult for Oride to be seen as a viable long-term solution for Nigerian transportation woes. So, what did Opay do next? In a move that underscores their ability to adapt and innovate, Opay made a strategic pivot. They recognized that bike-hailing was no longer a sustainable business model, so they shifted their focus to their core strength, financial services. Now, they rapidly expanded their mobile payment offerings, launched new digital banking services, and began providing microloans to small businesses. Essentially, they transitioned from being a transportation provider to becoming one of Nigeria's leading fintech companies, top one. Now, today, Opay is thriving. They've become a central player in Nigeria's fintech ecosystem, serving millions of users across the country. Their platform now facilitates everything from money transfers to bill payments and microloans. I also use it, positioning them as a key player in the digital economy. So what we can learn from this pivot is the importance of resilience and flexibility in business. Markets change, revolutions evolve, but businesses that adapt to these changes are the ones that survive and even thrive. So what is the key takeaway from all of these things? It's simple. No matter how good your initial idea is, you need to be ready to pivot when the environment around you changes. Opay, along with Gokada and Max.ng, understood this reality and adapted their business. They adapted their business model to fit the shifting landscape. Now, in doing so, they've not only survived but are now positioned for long-term success. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this deep dive insightful, if you find this so insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Stay tuned and stay adaptable. If you have anything or any other business you want me to talk about, to explore, and then bring out the lesson, just drop them in the comment section. Thank you. Until next time.